Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey. And hello, day after Christmas. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I'm looking at my monitor in front of me. I'm not sure whether or not the stream health is good because it's an amber color. So, but I can see myself on the pre-screen and it looks like it's going along okay. So either way, I hope all is good. I hope the audio is well. Yes, hello viewer, hello. Let me know if you could hear me well on this live stream because the monitor in front of me indicates an amber light. So you just type in, hello, and just let me know that you could hear me okay. Well, either I'm going to continue. Okay, well, I hope you all had a good Christmas. I stayed at home and just relaxed. But with, the New Year's is approaching very quickly. And I like to be, I guess when it's like New Year's approaching, you feel like you want to maybe make a resolution or something for you to do that's to promote wellness in your life. So for me, I want to promote health wellness. And I've been thinking about this for a while now. And I think in one of my past videos, I think about two videos ago, I did a live stream about getting certain lab tests done. And so I said, I'm going to try it. Rather than just talking about it and thinking that what it would be like to get this type of test done. So I said, let me just take the investment. I wanted to do a hair analysis test, a thorough one. And hey, how you doing, Johnny? Yes, Johnny Dragon. Yes. So he says, Johnny is saying, I got a bloodstone skull and elder wand for Christmas. Good for you. Very nice, very nice. Maybe you could do a spell about getting, some cleanness in in our water system and stuff like that. Yeah, you're going to like this live stream because I think it's very, very important. And so if you have friends, Johnny, people who are into good health and good information, that's what I want to supply in this live stream. About maybe a half an hour ago, I called up this lab, and I showed this lab maybe two live streams ago. Okay, I see that the live stream is green right now. Great. Yeah, so let me show you this company. Let me see if I get it. Oops, wrong one. I'm sorry, I had the wrong one clicked on. Let me try it again. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, see this this screen here, doctor's data. Well, I showcased this company recently, and I'm interested in getting some tests done. And I clicked on this one here where it says toxin and essential elements. And in this one, you see here, it says hair toxic element exposure profile. And so let me click on it. Okay, and this is the test that I wanted done. Okay, and this company has been around since the 1970s. And so see all these metals that this hair analysis test could test for. So I was very excited. Okay, see that? This test is youth useful for toxic element exposure, excessive fish consumption, alopecia, depression, fatigue, malabsorption, hypertension, impaired glucose tolerance, kidney function, Parkinson-like symptoms, sexual impotence, or decreased testosterone production, vision problems, etc. See that? Detailed information about the tester. Okay, since 1972, doctors' data has been around. Okay, and you can read this information at your own leisure. So when it upstreams, when it's finished uploading, you can just put it on pause and you can read this detailed information at your own leisure. Well, anyway, I called up the company, and let me see if I can find their telephone number. Let me see. Let me go here, contact us. Okay, oops, sorry about that. My cursor just moving around. Okay, so I called the 1-800 number for the US, and I called twice. The first time the line dropped, and so I called back again, and I got a nice sales rep, and I asked let me put my face back on. Yes, so I contacted the sales rep, and I said, I found your website, and I'm interested in getting a test taken. I didn't say what test. They said, oh, are you a doctor? I said, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a regular person, and I found the website, and I'm interested in getting lab tests done. They said, I'm sorry, you have to be a doctor in order to be able to get a test from us. So I was really disappointed. Then she said, oh, but you can get your water tested. I said, really? You mean I can just send you a sample of my water and you can test that though? They said, sure. They said, then she asked, what state are you from? I said, New York. Oh, I'm sorry. Our company is not allowed to test your water. I said, well, wait a minute. What do you mean? He says, well, this lab, then she specified, there's a law. She said, it's not our company. It's not us saying it. It's your state laws. And your state says that we cannot, that labs cannot test your water. I was dumbfounded. And actually, I'm actually very angry. I'm angry because, one, I cannot, I want to get the urinalysis, so it's not like someone taking blood from you or something like that. It's just so you send in a sample and just test it. So it's telling me certain things. It's telling me that my health is not in my own hands and that it is contingent on someone else's okay for me to check out my health. And I find that very, very problematic. I'm very angry about hearing that. So if you're an independent person, and it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, you don't want to always know always want other people knowing your business. You want to put matters in your own hands, and so you want that flexibility. You say, hey, I want this test done, and for whatever reason, let's say you have health insurance, but maybe some things you want to keep private, and so you want to, pay out of your pocket, whatever, for whatever reason, and you just want an unbiased eyes. And I feel like when I go to the doctors, especially my going to, being a veteran and going to the Veterans Hospital, I feel sometimes that certain information they want to hide from you. That if you want certain tests done, no, they don't do that. So, my knowing that, I said to myself, I said, hey, the New Year's is coming in, I have certain symptoms, and I just want, I want to do things outside of the VA, and also some private doctors may not want to do certain tests. So even if my doctor, let's say I told my doctor, doctor, I'm not feeling well, my water tastes funny. Could you fill out this paperwork from this company, this lab that I found? Well, she won't be able to do it because this is New York water. And I showed you before. Let me see if I can find that other thing now. Let me see here. This is it's really bugging me. Let me see. I think it's this one here. Okay, I'm still looking. Oops. Go back. Yeah, because I have a screen next to me, and so I'm toggling between the two just to find the information. Okay. Let me see if this pops up. Okay. Yes, so this company here was the first company I saw a couple of weeks ago, and it handles requests. See, look at that. Services not available in Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and Rhode Island. See that? Okay. And this lab is in Mandeville, Louisiana. Okay. So I had initially checked out this place, Direct Labs, and in it they have different lab locations. So I guess this is like a general pool, Direct Labs, and then here, lab locations. Let me click on it. And you type in the zip code. Okay. And then you can search for labs, as you see there. But again, right below that, it says services not available in Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and Rhode Island. You see that? You saw that. So, as the woman that I saw with the doctor's data, she's right. It's not their company. That these areas, in my opinion, based on this information, is they don't want you to know what's going on with your water. So how do we know that you're getting good, clean water? Now, they do, I forget the company, but like I had made this request, a water analysis test maybe a year or so ago. Someone that I know that I'm close to, I wanted their water checked. And so the water company, I think it could have been the water company, came and they took a sample of the water, but it's like how do you say, that you let in the fox check the chicken coop. You don't let that. So it seems to be a conflict of conflict of interest. So you're letting the same people that is hiding the information from you check your water. So they came and said everything, they checked and they sent a notice that everything is okay. So why is it so much, people are acting very aggressive, I find, in New York. This person's health is declining. Now, I live in this city also, but I do use a water filter. And the place that I live, the plumbing is new, but still, the fact, what if I wanted to get my water tested? They'll only test for certain things, just certain things that they'll test for, but not anything else. And so I'm very concerned about that. So when I asked the woman from Doctor's Data, again, she was very nice, and when she told me that it's a law, and I said, well, who wrote this law? She says, I don't know, maybe someone, she said, I don't know who made the law, but your state forbids it. And our lab is forbidden to test your water. So she said maybe the environmental agency, you can check or something like that. But she really didn't know. And again, it's not her job to know. Her job is to just take the samples that are given to that company, that lab, and test it, and then they send out the results. So, but also, you need, for not for the water, but for anything else. Like for me, I wanted to get the hair analysis. I needed a doctor, and I don't want the doctor that I'm using. Sometimes I want private. I don't want the VA to know all my business. Even though yes, this is a live stream, but when I wish to share something, I want the one to be able to share or not to share. So I want to try to find out what law is. Okay, I'm just looking. I want to know what law or who authorized that you can't get your water tested. I want to find out. If so, it's really making me think also, not just water, but health also. It's telling the medical field we only want certain tests done. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if you can't get your water tested here, maybe other lab tests you can't get done either. Like this one YouTuber talked about the chemtrails. So what if I wanted my air tested or my soil tested? I should go back and find out. But what I wanted to do now, I want to call up information and find out who handles this law about testing your water. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call out information here in New York City. Okay. Let me get that here. Oh, I think it's 311. It's either 311 or 4.
Hello, and thank you for calling 311 in New York City. We're here to help, but if this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Wednesday, alternate side parking and parking meter rules are in effect. Tomorrow, Thursday, alternate side parking and parking meter rules are in effect. To continue in English, please press 1. All other callers.
I'm not sure if it could be 311. It's either 311 or 411.
Garbage, organics, and recycling collections were suspended yesterday. Missed collection complaints are not being accepted for this day. Now, briefly tell me what I can help you with this afternoon. You can say things like, report a noisy neighbor, or my apartment needs repairs. Go ahead.
Water testing.
Using a brief phrase, tell me what I can help you with. Like, get a birth certificate. Go ahead.
I want my water tested.
Sorry, I didn't get that. In a few words, tell me what you're calling about. Like subway schedules. Go ahead.
I want my water tested.
You're calling about a problem with insects and bugs, right?
No, I want my water tested.
Please hold while I connect you.
I'm sorry,
This call
guys.
may be recorded for quality purposes.
Hi, guys. I see that we have more watchers.
311, this is Nairi. How may I assist you?
Yes, hello, Nairi. I have a question. What is the who would I need to contact regarding getting my water tested? I wanted to get water tested from a lab, but I was told that New York State forbids labs to test New York water. And so I want to find out who made that law. They said it was a law, and so I want to find out the agency who's involved with that, who regulates that.
Okay, ma'am, I apologize, but I'm having a hard time hearing you. What was the law? I did understand that you wanted to get your water tested, and you stated that something was a law. I was not able to hear that part.
Yeah, I wanted to get my water tested, but when the lab found out that this was the state of New York that I wanted the water tested from, they said that the labs are not allowed to test our water, New York water. And then the person also added that it's a state law. And so I wanted to find out what agency is responsible for that law, because I wanted to try to talk to someone to find out why I'm not allowed to get my water tested. Hello, ma'am?
One moment, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, so as I research through the database, I'm only finding the request for a lead test kit for drinking water.
Yeah, but I want to find out. I want to find out what agency. Because they said it's a law. It's a state law that I cannot get my water tested completely. I wanted to find out what's in my drinking water because certain ailments. And so I just wanted to get my water just tested, just, what's in my water. But it's a state law, so I want to know who's in charge, what agency is in charge of having this law. I want to find out what this law is for my records.
Okay, ma'am, so anything in regards to law, you'd have to refer to a lawyer. We only have information in regards to the services offered by the City of New York, and the Department of Environmental Protection assists with requesting a lead test kit for drinking water.
Do you have their telephone number, the Environmental Protection? That's an EPA, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that? Do I have the phone number for whom?
The EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. You have their telephone number? Hello, ma'am, are you still there?
I'm here, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like in regards to the Environmental Protection Agency, the federal government does provide information about the National Research Program and the Environmental Protection Agency's Office of Research and Development, but that's the only information I'm able to find. And I can't give you their phone number that they provide in regards to those programs, if that's something you would like. But that's the only phone number we have.
That you do have to give me, you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. What is the name of the specific place and the telephone number?
Environmental Protection Agency, phone number 202-272-0167.
Okay, that's 202-272-0167.
Correct.
And they're the ones that are in charge of our water?
Oh, ma'am, that's not the information I'm but their phone number, and I will inform you that the only phone number we have for them is in regards to the National Research Program and their Office of Research and Development. We don't have any other phone number for that agency. In regards, the information we have in regards to testing the water for lead was the Department of Environmental Protection.
Department of Environment.
Okay.
Okay, what is their number? Department of Environmental Protection.
We don't have a phone number for them. It's a service that we create and send to them if you wanted to have your water tested for lead.
I think I'm just a little confused because you're mentioning different names, and I'm a little confused because there's a lot of different names.
So your initial question was in regards to testing your water.
Yes.
So our research through the database, the only service that the city offers is testing the water for lead, and that is handled by the Department of Environmental Protection.
Okay.
To get any information in regards to the Environmental Protection Agency that you were referring to.
Uh-huh.
In Research EPA, it gave me their information about their National Research Program.
National Research Program, okay. But you don't have a number for the National Research Program.
That's the number that I provided you. That's the EPA that you referred to.
Okay, the EPA and the National Research Program is the 202 number.
Correct.
But you don't have a number for the Department of Environmental Protection.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Would the National Research Program, would they also cover about, like, let's say, our air or soil?
It states some of their programs do include clean air research program, as well as drinking water research program.
Okay. Okay, so I'll call up the 202 number. I appreciate your help, and I don't have any more questions.
You're welcome, ma'am, and thank you for calling 311.
Yes, bye-bye. Okay, so we got that handle. It was very confusing for me. You mentioned more than two names. That's it. I'm very confused. But so I guess it's like an umbrella. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is like the major agency, the parent, and then the National Research Program might be a sub-level that they handle. So what I'm going to do now is contact the 202 number. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. So. Okay. See that they make it complicated. They make it complicated because I feel they're trying to. They don't want you to be empowered. It's not ringing. And try again. Wow. Okay. So as you see, I'm not able to contact that agency number. Let me see, since I have my computer next to me, I'm going to try something else. Okay. Let me check let's see here. I want to call up let me see, Department of Environmental. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me just see. I'm going to share you this top. Let's see. Department, New York City, Gov. Homeowners Guide to Rain Event Preparedness. No, let's see. Okay, visit through online, right to DEP, customer service. See that? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, 311. See, that's the number that I called. Okay, right to Department of Environmental Protection, Customer Service Center. Okay, that's in New York, 59-17 Junction Boulevard, 13th floor. That's in Flushing, New York, 11373. Let's see here, what's this? For water and sewer billing inquiries? No. Let's see. Other services to report water quality conditions. Wow. See that? See that? They don't want you to call. See, they know. See, they know that the water tastes nasty at times. See, they want you sick. You just look around New York City and you see a lot of people that are really out of it. And so I've been filtering my water, wow, maybe 8 years. Yeah, I don't want to drink. I mean, even though this is a new building, but still, I just want, anything that's going to promote wellness. I want that. Let me check something else. So they don't want to give. Let me see here. National. Let's see. Let me type in. So they'll check for lead, but nothing else. It's just retarded. It's not. It's so evil. Environmental. Oh, let me just say EPA. EPA. US EPA. Let me see. Let me share this with you. Let me see. We'll discover together EPA in New York, U.S. EPA. Portal for news and information about EPA efforts in New York and New York environmental condition. Let me see that. EPA in New York. That stands for the United States Environmental Protection Agency. View map of current air quality. Find enforcement efforts in New York. Beach data by county, Long Island Sound. Okay. Federal and state contacts. Okay. Okay. EPA Region 2 Office, EPA hotlines. Report environmental violations, New York State Department Environmental Conservation, New York State Department of Health, New York State Parks, Recreation and Historic Preservation, New York City Department of Environmental Protection. Okay, let's see here. Not sure who to contact. View a list of all New York State agencies on newyork.gov. I don't trust this. There's the EPA hotlines. EPA hotlines. Hotlines and service lines for specific topics. Asbestos hotline. The assessment, cleanup, and redevelopment exchange system. Central data exchange. Drinking water hotline. Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act, Information Center, Environmental Justice Hotline, Freedom of Information Act, Inspector General Hotline, Integrate Risk Information Systems, Lead Information Center Hotline, National Response Center, Oil Information Center, Pesticide Hotline, Pollution and Prevention Information Clearinghouse, Radon Hotline, etc., etc. So I just want to, okay. Region-specific customer service lines. So I'm in number 2. Okay. Includes New York and New Jersey, Long Island. Okay, okay. So, okay, customer service line, let's see, EPA. So I'm number 2. Let me press that. Okay. So, it says, okay, toll free 877-251-4575, answered by Region 2 Public Affairs Office staff. Types of coverage. Let me give them a call. Okay, I'm going to give a call. I'm going to give a call. I hope you guys are still there. I know it's going all over the place. Let's see. 1-877-251-4575.
Good afternoon, EPA.
Yes, good afternoon. I have a question. I live in the state of New York and in New York City, and I wanted to get my water tested. I wanted like
Oh, okay. You got to contact New York City Department of Environmental Protection. Their number is 718
718.
595
Uh-huh.
7000.
Okay. Now, I did call up somebody there with in New York City, but I was told that they couldn't give me the information. I wanted to get my water tested, but I was told that there is a state law that says that labs cannot test the water in New York. And so
I'm going to switch you to water. Hold on.
this is getting cuckoo.
Clean Water Division customer service.
Yes, I'll
Not
go.
available. Record your message after the tone. When you've finished, you can hang up or press 1 for more options.
I'm not going to even do that. I'm not going to even call up. No, I just hung up. Oh, why is it that with these agencies, when you do get through to somebody, and it's, oh, I'll connect you to, and then there's no one there. But I'm going to, I took down the number that they said, the local number, the 718 number, and get the law. Let me see. Let me get this number. This is the EPA. So that EPA number, the toll free was the 877-251-4575. Okay. But she's giving me the 718. So let me try, wait a minute. I really don't want to try New York. Let me see, Justice Hotline, drinking water. Let me check this. Okay, the drinking water, let me show you this, what's on the screen here. Okay. This is the EPA. Okay, type of comment. An information specialist will answer calls. The Safe Drinking Water Hotline provides the general public, regulators, medical and water professionals, etc. about drinking water and groundwater programs authorized under the Safe Drinking Water Act. The hotline is operated under contract by Outreach Process Partners, LLC, and housed in its Annapolis, Maryland office. Let me try that. I'm going to try that number. This 1-800-426 number. Let me try that. I'm really curious now. Okay, before I go on, let me just write a note here. Okay, so let me call this drinking water hotline. Four, 2, 6, 4, 7, 9, 1.
You have reached the voicemail of the Safe Drinking Water Information Helpline. If you have an emergency, please dial 911 or contact your local enforcement. You can also call the National Response Center at 1-800-424-8802. For all other questions, please visit epa.gov/safewater. Here, you can send a question using our online forms directly to EPA. EPA will respond to you via email, or if you provide a phone number, we'll call you as soon as possible. Thank you. Please call again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Wow. Let me see if any of you guys are here with me. Let me see. On YouTube land. Yes. Hi, Kendrick. Yes, hello. Let me see what you wrote here. I have not been to doctor for a while. If I knew there's something, if there's something is wrong with me, going feel what is delusion about myself. Wow. Well, I don't know that Kendrick when you came on, but welcome. It's been a while. Yeah, what I'm doing now, I had wanted to get it. This live stream began with me initially wanting to get some hair sample, to get chemical analysis using my hair. And I found a lab that does testing. But when I called them to find out how to use their services, they initially said that for me to make a request, I have to be a doctor. And I told them I'm not a doctor. And then I was disappointed. I said, oh, wow, I really want to test it. And they said, well, you can get water tested. I said, oh, wow, really? She says, yeah, you can get water tested. Then she asked me what state I'm from. I mean, what test that you need the water tested. I said, New York. I said, sorry, we cannot test New York water. And in a nutshell, she said that it's a law that's passed. A law prevents that lab or any lab to test our water here in New York. So I've been in this live stream trying to investigate which person passed the law. I want to see the law. So that's what's happening. And I didn't expect to get all this confusion. So, okay. So I'm going to put down here that the number that they provided, get that here, this EPA hotline. The EPA, I'm writing this down also, EPA hotline. That was 1-800-426-4791. And then right next to a busy signal. Okay. Busy signal. Okay. But there's another number that they gave me. What was that now? Okay. Let me try this 718 number. That's a New York number. Let me try that now.
Welcome to the DEP's Bureau of Customer Services. If you have a touch-tone telephone and would like to continue in English, please press 1. Si usted tiene un teléfono de marcación por tonos y desea continuar en español, por favor oprima el 2. If you do not have a touch-tone phone, for information regarding the new water rates that will be in effect as of July 1st, 2018, press 1 now. You can also view detailed information by visiting www.nyc.gov/DEP or remain on the line for a representative. If you are calling to pay your water and sewer bill by phone using a check or credit card, you must have your 13-digit account number available. We accept MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. We do not accept Visa. Press 1 now, and you will be transferred to the automated pay-by-phone service. Or, remain remain on the line for further assistance. Please note, representatives cannot accept payments. If this call is to report water and sewer emergencies, please hang up and dial 311. Otherwise, stay on the line. Our call center is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For account and meter-related information, press 1. To enter a meter reading or to get instructions on how to read a meter, press 2. For information about our billing, metering, or water audit programs, press 3. For information about our borough office hours of operation and locations, press 4. For information about refunds, lien sales, sewer allowances, or how to change property ownership information or your mailing address, press 5. To speak to a customer service representative, press *0. All of our customer service representatives are assisting customers. Please remain on the line, and your call will be answered in the order in which...
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling DEP, Bureau of Customer Services. My name is Kiana. May I please have your account number to better assist you?
Yes, I don't have an account number. I was given this number by the EPA. They I have a question regarding...
The borough?
Huh? Oh,
The borough?
Manhattan.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Manhattan?
What's the address?
Well, I have a question regarding the water. I was told that I'm not able to get my water tested by a outside lab. And I was told that it's a law passed, and I wanted to know if I can get a copy of this law and what company or agency I can get that information from.
You have to contact 311.
I did call them, and the only number they had was the 202 number, and they didn't have that type of information. So they gave me your number.
I don't know why they gave that in retail with the billing here.
Is there another department within the 718 number? Because I dialed this 718-595-7000, and then I think I pressed the option number 1.
You can try calling the Environmental Control Board. I don't know how much assistance that would be to you, but it's more than likely 311 that should have that information.
Environmental Control Board? Do you have their number?
I can give you their number, but like I say, I don't know if they'll have that information for you.
So did
you can try them if you like.
Okay, I'll call them, but I just want to make sure I pressed the right option. After I did the 7000 number, I pressed the option number 1. Was that the correct option?
Yeah, it says that we're customer service, but we only have selected information. Some things has to be confirmed with 311, not us.
Yeah. Okay. May I have the number for the Environmental Control Board?
844.
844.
628.
628.
4692.
4692. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling DEP. Have a wonderful day.
You too. See that? Wow. Wow, that is something else. I just have a feeling it's just going to go around and around and around when you want to get something done. So that's not it. So they're just giving me the runaround. Yeah, let me try that.
Reach the interactive helpline for the City of New York's Office of Administrative Trials and Hearings, or OATH.
What?
OATH is the city's independent administrative law court. This court has 2 parts, the OATH Hearings Division and the OATH Trials Division. The Oath Hearings Division conducts hearings on the summonses that are issued by city enforcement agencies.
I don't think this is
such
the right
as
number.
The Department of Sanitation, Buildings, Fire, and NYPD, among others. The Oath Trials Division holds multi-day trials on complicated administrative law matters.
I don't think that was the right number. I'll write that along. Wow. That one didn't make any sense. You know what I want to do? Let me try here. I'm going to call the EPA back. That woman. That was the... Let me write that, not handle. Yeah, I'm just trying to write my notes next to the number. Some of you, when you're writing, you know, you write all this stuff. You start to, it gets all like scrambled eggs. It doesn't make sense anymore. So I just want to make sure I write my notes. Okay. Yes, I want to call back the EPA and let her know that the number that she gave me it's not a working number. Okay. Yeah, and they referred me to this one. Let's see. Well, see, it's getting all messed up. Okay, yeah, they gave me the 718 number. Okay, so I'm going to call her back. The 877. Let's see. 1-877-251-4575.
Good afternoon, EPA.
Yes, good afternoon. I called earlier today, and I wanted to get information on the getting my water in New York City tested.
Oh,
And
okay, you just called.
Yeah,
You
I
need to be speaking with the New York City Department of Environmental Protection. If you can't reach anybody today, nobody's in the office today, man.
No.
So, you know, it's good that you keep reaching me, but I can't help you with that. You can contact the New York City DEP. I gave you the number for that.
You gave me
Or I
the
can switch you back to water.
that was the 718 number.
Yes.
They don't handle that. I just called them, and and then they gave me an 844 number, but that number was for a if someone's going to trial. She must have given me some other wrong number. They don't.
Yeah, I think she gave you the wrong number. You might need to call her back. But this is the federal EPA. Yeah, we don't test city water.
No, but I want to get the law that she. When I went to get my water tested, the lab, which is out of state, they said there's a law passed in New York that we cannot get our water tested. And so I said, well, what law? And who can I contact? And she just said, well, I'm not sure, maybe some environmental protection.
Let me give you New York State's number. New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. Their number is 718.
Another 718 number. Okay.
482.
482.
4900.
Okay, that's New York State Department
of Environmental Conservation. That's the DEC.
I appreciate your help, ma'am. I'm going to call them.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, you have a good one, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, she was nice. See, I make sure, so I don't want to pretend that I didn't call up. So I said, look, I called up earlier about the water. So, I don't want people to think I'm pretending, I just let them know I just called. So let me call again. Okay. Yeah, the companies should be open the day after Christmas here in New York City. Because I used to work for a city agency. They're open the day after Christmas. New Year's Day, no, of course it won't be open with that. Let me see here. Okay, let me call that number now. 1-718-482-4900.
Welcome to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. If you're calling to report an oil spill, please hang up and dial 1-800-457-7362. To use our dial by name application, press 1. For permit applications, press 2. Natural resources, wetlands, or wildlife issues, press 3. Solid waste, recycling, or pesticides, press 4. For law enforcement or bottle bill questions, press 5. For the Office of General Counsel, press 6. For air resources, press 7. For water quality, press 8. For environmental remediation, PBS, spills, or ROPRA, press 9. For the operator, press 0. To repeat this menu, press...
I'm going to press 8 for
Wait
water.
while I transfer your call. Division 1, may I help you?
Yes, good afternoon. I was given this telephone number from the EPA. They said that possibly that you might be able to help me. I understand. Well, I want to get my water tested, and I contacted a lab to get my water tested, and the lab told me that they're not allowed to test any water from New York, and that there's actually a law that forbids labs to test water from New York. So I want to find out about what is this law, and where I can get a copy of this law, and who's behind writing this law for New Yorkers to not get their water tested.
What type of water are we talking about? Your drinking water, or?
Yeah, just my drinking water. I wanted to get my water tested, and I didn't know that it's against the law to get certain tests, toxology reports done. I thought it was just a myth, but I went, found a lab that tests water. And then they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't do your water because it's from New York." So I want to know about this law. If it's something even online that I could read up that details about this law to prevent people from sending their water tested to a lab. And when
you're
this
talking about your drinking water, that's the Department of Health. That's not us. We're the Department of Environmental Conservation. So you need to contact the Department of Health, either through the city, or if you're outside the city, for whatever county you live in.
Okay, well, the EPA gave me your number, and so that's why I called.
I understand that, but it's water from your tap. Your drinking water is not something we have any jurisdiction over. So you need to call your county health department or the city health department.
Okay, would the Department of Health also handle, like, if you wanted to get air sample or soil sample?
I think that would be probably not Department of Health, but it wouldn't be us. It would be, are you in the city?
Yeah, I'm in the city.
Yeah, you probably should contact DEP for that. New York City DEP.
DEP. Yeah.
We're DEC. We're a state agency.
I'm sorry, what was that again, slowly?
We're a state agency, agency?
Yeah.
And for that, you would need to contact the city agency.
Okay, you're a state agency, but contact the city agency of the DEP.
Right. DEP.
Yeah, I contacted a DEP, the Department of Environmental Protection, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they weren't able to assist me. They gave me a two numbers. They gave me a 202 number and a 718 number. And then the 718 number passed me on to this other number. They said it was called the Environmental Control Board, and that number was an incorrect number. It was some law department. I mean, for trial.
Okay.
So I'm just getting the runaround. I just want to find out who handles who, because it's a state law, they said. And so I just want to get a copy of this law and when it was implemented. Because I know if I get, let's say someone takes water from New York and they go to a place to get it tested and say that this water came from some other place, you could get in trouble for that, and then there'll be a law to prosecute. So what is that law? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand your question, but I'm afraid I can't help you because I don't know anything about any such law like that. Wow.
But the lab said that they can't do it. Their hands are tied to that. They're forbidden to sample, to test our water.
Yeah, there's a lot of regulations that have to be followed.
Yeah.
I don't know all of them.
So who's in charge of the regulations?
The legislature, I guess. You could go on. The state has a website, and the cities has websites. They have usually have areas where you can look up laws on there. I'm not really familiar with that portion of it, though. I'm only familiar with our laws, and they don't cover drinking water.
Well, I thought you were the New York State. You're the state of New York, right?
Yes, we're environmental conservation. We deal with our department deals specifically with water that are being discharged, waters of the state, not water that's in your house that you're drinking.
But isn't the water that's discharged from the state, doesn't it trickle down to the city? It gets to us still. Correct? Hello, you still there?
I'm still here. I don't understand your question.
Well, you were saying that you only handle the water that's up there, but the water comes down to the city.
Right, but we don't have jurisdiction over that.
I see. So your advice to get this information, you said what again?
The Department of Health.
Okay, would you have their number?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh. Let me get this. Sorry, I put my hand to the lens because it makes it sharper. Something when I'm moving around, it gets out of focus. So you see that? It's like I'm going all around, and I'll call up 311, and they'll give me the, let's say, maybe it's 411, let's see. Oh, I can let's see. Let me see here. Let me put this paper back. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to try another Department of Health. Let's see. Okay, let me share the screen as I check. So I typed in Department of Health, New York City. City of New York Health and Mental Hygiene. Let's see. The Health Department. Health Department. I'm not sure which one I should, because they're all like kind of under the same. Okay, different locations. That's Uptown. Social and Welfare Service, Political Organization Office, Political. Let's go further down. New York City Department of Health. Let me try that. Let's see. Agencies. Go back on top. Let me see. This is so. Sometimes, after all, you keep going back and forth, back and forth. You start to forget what your initial question is. Let's see. Wow. No number. Let me try it. Let me back up. The New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Okay, I'll call this number here. Oh, they're closed. Let's see. Oh, it says closed. That's interesting. Let me try. I'm going to try this one, number 3. One, 2, 1, 2, 6, 7, 6, 2, 1, 6, 2. I hope I get someone. The lens is. Sorry to the thing with the hand again. I can't stand when it's blur. Oh, maybe it's closed. Maybe they're all closed today. I'm going to try another number. This one is 1212 219 5500.
Hello, you've reached the Office of Mental Health, Disaster Preparedness and Response. We're unable to take your call at this time. Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. If you are calling in distress,
I'm sorry. That's not funny. I'm sorry. I didn't expect to get that. Okay. That was number 2 on the list. It says on a political. I think the reason. I think the reason why I'm laughing is because for number 2, which I just started, it says political organization and office. Oh, wow. Okay. Okie dokie. I didn't expect that. See, it's telephone numbers like that make you depressed. Oh, brother. So, wow. What to do here? Let me try something out. See, and it's not just because it's a hot that yesterday was Christmas. Let's see. I'm just looking on this other EPA. Let's see here. Okay, I dialed that one. Asbestos, cleaning, environmental justice, lead. Wow. See that now they do have for the EPA a contact form. You may not want them to know who's calling, Then they're going to target you, I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to do that, but sometimes people could be vindictive, and when you inquire about certain things, they could retaliate, and I don't want that. I just want to know if it's a law, it's a law. Wow. Let me see what else I can do here. So we're region number 2 for the EPA hotline. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me try something else with you. Okay, I just noticed this. Let me see. Okay. See here on top, laws and regulation. Let me try that. Okay, laws by business, by topic, compliance, enforcement, laws, and executive orders. Okay, let me see by topic. Regulatory information by topic. Okay, I hope this is all useful for you guys and gals. Okay, air. Cross-cutting issues, asbestos, lead, EPA certifications, land and cleanup, emergency management, toxic substances, pesticides, I mean everything. Okay, water, drinking water. Let's find that out. Drinking water, the Safe Drinking Water Act. Okay. Current drinking water regulations. Groundwater. Oh, I just want something. So they make you think like okay, let me try something else. I'm going to type in here. Let's say Google. I'm going to try something. Let's just say water testing in New York laws. Laws regarding water testing. Okay, let's see. State of the art water testing. Let's see. ACS Environmental Services, New York State lead water testing. Concerns about your water, drinking water protection program, regulations. Private wells, Drinking Water Protection Program. Department of Health, Water Quality Monitoring and Assessment. New report shows only 15 states and DC have laws testing. I don't know what that is. Laws. See, they talk about lead, but it's other things. State laws and regulations. Government water testing. I'm going to do this. Laws prohibiting water testing from labs. Oh, I meant to say lab, from laboratory. Is it laws prohibiting water testing in New York City from laboratories? Let's see. Laws and regulation, New York State Department of Health. What's in my water? Cooling Tower, New York City Drinking Water Supply Quality Report. You know, I'm tempted to call up that agency. I mean, not agency, that company. And what law? She would know what law because she has to follow it. New York State laws restricts use of phosphorus. See that? So God forbid that I try to get a water sample and then get it tested and then say, well, you know, it's really New York. You see them trying to arrest me, right? And they'll know what law that was violated too. Let me try this one, laws and regulations. Department of Health, let's see. It's about blood. Genetic testing, HIV, lab. Let's see. Let me try this one. Laboratory business practices. Let's see. Effective date, November of last year. Boy, I don't. Oh, let me see. Maybe do they have a? I was hoping they have a search key. No. Let's see. New York State Department of Health. Hey, let me call this number. I mean, it won't hurt. Okay, let me try this one, folks. 1-518-485-485-5378. Get my pen and paper. Wow, it's after 3 already.
Clinical Laboratory Evaluation Program. How may I help you?
Yes, good afternoon. I hope this is the right number. I'm calling from New York City, actually. I wanted to get my water tested from a private lab, and the lab told me when I told them that the sample is from New York, they said that they're not allowed to test New York water, and that there was a law passed, and I want to know if you know the name of that law, and where would I get more information about it?
Okay, and this is in reference to having water tested?
Yeah, I just wanted to get my tap water tested, and I wanted to use a private lab. Now, New York City does have testing for lead, and that's it. But I just wanted a comprehensive exam, testing of my drinking water, and I know of a lab that tests water, a comprehensive exam for testing for water, and when she found out that it's from New York, she said they're not allowed, and that it's not them, but that there was a law passed, and the law forbids these laboratories to test their, New York water. So I was just want to find out what law is this, if you have it, and where can I get a copy of it?
Okay, I'm going to ask you to hold on a moment, okay?
I appreciate your help, ma'am.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so this is 518-485-5378. Yeah, it's upstate. It's the capital.
Thank you for holding.
Yes,
I had
ma'am.
to find the division that kind of handles that, so
Okay.
I'm going to transfer you to ELAP, and they will.
From what lab?
It's called. It's an acronym. Let me.
And what
give
is
you the whole.
Yeah, what's the number in case we get disconnected?
No, this is the number you need to call, and I will transfer you. But it's the Environmental Laboratory Approval Program, so just hold on one moment, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Good afternoon, ELAP.
I'm still here.
Oh, this is ELAP. Good afternoon, ELAP.
Yes, hi. I'm calling from New York City. and I wanted to get my water tested. Are you the same person I just talked to?
No,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my apology. Yeah, I'm actually calling New York City, and I wanted to get my drinking water tested, and I just wanted to send it out to a private lab. But
Okay.
the lab told me that they're not allowed to test water from New York, and that there was a law passed indicating that that they cannot, that they and other people cannot test New York water. So I wanted to know what what law this is, and why we can't get our water tested from a private lab.
Okay, I'm going to transfer you to the Center for Environmental Health. Then hold on one moment for those questions, all right?
Uh-huh.
A moment, please.
I'm still here.
Water supply, can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'm calling from New York City. I wanted to get my drinking water tested from a outside lab, and the lab said that there's a law in New York that prohibits water testing from labs, and so I wanted to find out what is the name of this law, and why is it such?
They won't test your water because they said we won't let them?
They said that there's a law in New York that prevents labs, private labs, to test the water here in New York. And I'm calling from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that it was an actual law. It's not the lab that's saying no, but that there's laws that prevents them from testing it. And I wanted to find out what law is this, because I never heard of that.
Yeah, neither have I.
And what department is this again? I was transferred over for you.
This is the health department.
Yeah, the health department. E-Lab forwarded me over to you, but I don't know the name of your department.
Yeah, we're the health department, New York State Health Department, the Bureau of Water Supply.
Okay, your water supply. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't understand what's going on. I wanted to get my water tested, just to test my water, and this lab said that the law states that they can't do it. Their hands are tied.
Right, hold on a second.
Yeah, I appreciate your help.
No problem.
Yeah. I'm trying.
I don't have a staff member available right now. Let me take your name and number. And what was the name of the lab that you called?
I don't want to give the name of the lab, and I don't feel comfortable leaving my telephone number, but I could call back and find out. I just want to know, what law this is so I could get a copy. I mean, I had no idea that New Yorkers can't get their water checked. I mean, but New York...
Yeah, that's why I would like to know the name of the lab, because I believe that's not right at all.
Do you know a lab that does? I mean, if that lab that I contacted, and I understand that, like, for certain things, that people can't get certain toxicology reports done from labs, not just water, but I heard about with like blood labs. Get your blood tested. Certain things you can't get, that they won't test. But I didn't know that it would be the same for water. I thought the water would be safe to get tested. But they said it's an actual law, and I want to find out. Since you're Albany, the capital of New York State, that you might have whereabouts. I've been calling all day. I called up the EPA, the DEP, and I'm not getting anywhere.
Okay, yeah, because of the holiday this week, we're really short-staffed today. So I'll give you the main number for our office, and if you want to call back in the morning, we'll have staff available to help you, okay?
That sounds good.
Okay, the number to our office is 518 402 7650.
Okay, I'm going to read it back. 518-402-7650?
That's correct.
Okay, and that's the water supply department.
That's correct.
But you haven't heard of this law that you can't get your water tested from an outside lab?
Yeah, I haven't, but there must be something that does say it.
Yeah, okay.
So you'll have to call back and call back tomorrow, and we'll try to connect you with one of the staff members here.
I appreciate it. Just one more thing before I go. What if also, like, I want to get my water sample? My soil samples, and tested. Would this the Department of Health in Albany, would they be the one that would have information on that too, if I wanted to get it tested?
I don't think that would be our department. I think that would be more of DEC.
DEC? I see.
Yeah. Yeah, Environmental Conservation.
DEC. Okay. I appreciate your help, man.
Not a problem. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Okay. So you see, it's just like passing the buck. There should be, I guess it's like taxes. Like there was this lady. She did get arrested, prison time, but about certain taxes that it's like she said, "Where's the law? Show me the law, and I'll pay my taxes." She said, basically that's what she was saying. And she used to work for the, what do you call it the IRS. She was an agent for the IRS. And so when, she found out about the system that it's, problematic, and she started teaching giving classes about not having to pay your taxes, but they did get up to her and it did arrest her. But see, they couldn't show the law even when she got arrested. There's no law. But I think that we're being bullied. That's what I'm getting at. I feel that we're being bullied. Let me check something here. Yeah. Yes, hi peoples. I was Tito. Yeah, I'm on a different screen, so I can't always see the chats going on. Yes. So I hope you're still there watching, and I think this is a good exercise for all of you to do, wherever you live. Go and find out if you can get your water tested from a private lab and see whether you get this type of runaround like I'm getting. You know, it's a law, they're saying. And it was such a law that the lady seemed very scared, the lab. And they didn't want to do it. Let me try something again. I mean, I'm determined. I am determined to find out. I'm sorry. I'm determined to find out. There have to be some type of laws. Let's see. Let me try. Let me show you the screen that I'm on. Okay. Yeah, that was the department I just called, not that. Let me just do another random Google search. So let's see. Water testing laws in New York City. Yeah, I know about that. You can get lead testing, water quality, City of New York. Visit Alpha, blah, blah, blah. It says new ideas for, okay. Can I drink tap water in New York? No. Let me text. Wow. I can't read that. These are the chemicals. Here are the 6 chemicals detected at unsafe levels in New York City tap water samples between January and March of this year, according to the EWG. Wow. Okay. That was interesting. Let me see. Water quality, City of New York. Let's see. Water safety. So look, they got all these things. Water safety, schools, New York City. But here, let's say a student wants to test their water. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a war. You can't, a law, and you cannot test your. Let me tell you, I'm curious about this. My curiosity. New York City Department of Education. Okay, water safety. New York City water is safe. Families of students attending Department of Education, the DOE, schools and staff of those schools should rest assured that our drinking water is of the highest quality in the world. New York City's water meets or exceeds all federal and state standards. The city water is tested over 600,000 times each year. In addition, the DOE works with other city agencies to make sure our students have safe drinking water in schools. There has never been a case of lead poisoning due to water of New York City schools. The safety and well-being of students and staff is our highest priority. Now, isn't that interesting? Now, they're bragging about water safety and that it's tested over 60,000 times each year, but yet we're forbidden to have our water tested by an independent lab. So how do we know that they're telling the truth? How do we know that this, the DOE is telling the truth or giving the truth about this drinking water and if it's safe? This is weird. Okay, let me go back. Let's see. Drinking water protection program. Let me try this one. Let's see. Okay, drinking water. I just want to try to find something with labs. Let's see. Tables, recommended standards for waterworks, standard for water wells, and supplemental information, acceptable methods for the analysis and contaminants of drinking water, special requirements for wells serving public water system. Let's see. Okay, Department of Health. Yeah, that Department of Health is who I called up. The one in Albany. Look, they have a FOIL, Freedom of Information Law. I should do a Freedom of Information for our water. What's really in it? Let's see. There was something I was just, yeah, oh, let me see that. Acceptable methods for the analysis of contaminants in drinking water. Okay, improving methods for analysis of water samples to determine compliance with this subpart, sample compositing requirements, blah, 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 etc. Okay, the EPA and New York State Environmental Laboratory Approval Program. Yeah, ELAP. Okay. See that here, this line here? Right there. Remember, that's who I just contacted. Yeah. That's what it was. That was the department I just contacted. And they forwarded me over to the last number, the Water Supply Department. Okay. So the EPA and then the ELAP. Okay, a list of approved methods is available from ELAP on the Wadsworth Center. Blah, blah, blah. Can they give the room? Okay, test strips for free chlorine. Okay, these are just, okay, methodologies. Okay, I want the law. Okay. So, this is interesting. Okay. Let me see anybody. It has to be something. I just want to get laws. Let me try this. Department. Let's see. Laws preventing water testing in New York City. Water testing services, fast and accurate. Lead poison prevention, Governor Cuomo signs. Drinking water, New York City. See, they're saying that they have the quality water, but then you can't get it tested from an outside lab. Protecting our water. Protecting our water, New York City's Cross Connections Control Program. The New York City Department of Environmental Protection, DEP, is responsible for providing a continuous supply of safe, clean drinking water to more than 9 million residents and visitors throughout the city. Legionnaires, cooling tower requirement, backflow. Water testing made simple. Water testing services. Let me see. Let me just test that. Indoor environmental consultants. Lead water testing, daycare facilities, and New York City schools. Let's see, we are a leading provider of water testing services for owners and operators of New York City schools, daycare facilities, seeking New York City Health Department permits related to articles, etc. New York City Health Code. You know, I have a to receive a permit from the New York City Department of Health to operate school daycare center, the Department of Health requires that an EPA certified lead risk assessor collect 2 water samples from each faucet. Blah blah blah. Let's see. Call Armstrong Testing Services today if you are applying for a permit to operate a daycare facility and need to have your water tested. We will send one of our EPA certified lead risk assessors to your facility to collect the water samples. Let's see. Well water testing and water testing for water filtration systems. Well water samples are collected for laboratory analysis of bacteria, 19 heavy metals and minerals, 6 inorganic chemicals, physical factors, volatile organic compounds, etc. Let's see. Results are typically available within 10 business days. Contact one of our technical service reps at 516. Your well will collected and submitted for lab analysis. I want to contact them. Let me see. I want to contact them. Let's see. They might be closed. Yeah. I'll call. Let's see. They might be closed. It might be closed. Okay, yeah. It's Long Island, and they may not do the testing. But at least it's certified to test. See that? You have to be certified to even test this water. That is something else. But you know, I'm going to call them tomorrow. Let's see here. Let me write down their number. This is ridiculous. That's angstrom. Okay, the indoor environmental consultants. Let me get that number. That was 516-724-4574. Wow. So I've been at this now for over an hour, and as you see, I didn't get anywhere. So this makes me feel really. See, that's why people have become what they call conspiracy theorists, because when they just had a natural curiosity. Maybe you're not feeling well or something. Hey, you want to get your water tested. Something simple like that. And then boom, it's a law. You can't, they can't test it for you. So if you can't get your water tested, what other things you can't test either? So if you, let's say even your health, you want to get certain labs done on your body, your blood or urine, whatever. And like you heard in the beginning of this live stream that you have to have a doctor fill out the form. But not even for a blood test, but like a hair sample. I wanted to take a hair analysis test. And I thought, that'd be simple. And they said, no, you have to have a doctor. You may not want a doctor knowing your business. You're just a citizen. You want to get a test done, or you want to get your water tested. You want to get your soil tested. Let me know. You try it. Don't believe what I'm saying. Just you try it. You try to get a lab to take. To take sample, a hair sample. But you can do what you call the DNA test with the swab, but you can't send in hair sample. See that? Your health is regulated. And your water, to know what's in your water is greatly regulated or protected or shielded from you. From knowing what's really in your water. I don't trust the fox to tell me they're not messing with my chickens. So I think this is really telling. And I didn't really expect it to be this complicated. But I will check with Albany, our capital here in New York, and just find out. And I'll probably continue checking online about different laws about getting your water tested. I'm disappointed to hear this. But I thought this live stream was important enough to share with you so that you know what's going on. And, each one teach one. And again, as I said, don't believe me, believe you and your efforts in getting your labs done, your water tested, your hair sample. You go and get it tested and see what happens in your state.
Yeah, thanks for testing.
Oh. I accidentally oh, maybe someone, wait a minute. Let me see who tried it. I don't know what happened there. Let me see what happened. I might have accidentally. Oh, let me try again. Hello?
Yeah, thanks for testing, returning your call. minutes ago.
Oh, okay. My apology. I thought something was going on with my phone. I accidentally just, turned it off. Yeah,
Hi.
I got your telephone number online. I live in New York City, and I just wanted to get I understand you do testing of water with the school system, but I wanted to get my tap water tested, and I contacted a lab, and they said that they cannot test New York water. They said it's a law passed, and then I found your company, and your license, it says, to test for the lead. Do you do testing for private city dwellers?
We do. I mean, we send a lead inspector to the apartment or house and collect water samples, and the samples are sent to a lab for analysis. And then
So you do that, and how many contaminants or I want to get tested for we call it heavy metals. You test for heavy metals?
we do, yeah. I mean, there's about 12 different heavy metals in a heavy metal scan.
Oh wow!
The EPA regulates, the levels of heavy metals that are allowed in drinking water.
Yeah, exactly.
And then so we collect water samples, and send to the lab. The lab will tell us the level of each of the heavy metals in the water, and then we compare them to the regulatory limits established by the EPA, and then we
And
evaluate whether the water quality is okay with respect to those metals. We go through for bacteria, E. coli and coliform bacteria.
in the water, in the water also?
Sorry?
E. coli could be in water also?
Yeah, I mean, E. coli and coliform bacteria.
Okay, I got you. Oh wow.
If there's any cross connections between the drinking water and the wastewater, then the levels of E. coli and coliforms to be elevated. Or if there's just bacteria in the water.
I see.
We can evaluate the levels of bacteria.
And when a person gets it tested, are they get a sample of the report?
Yeah, I mean, we're a private company, so we collect the samples, then we send it to the lab, and the laboratory will issue us a laboratory report, and then we'll interpret the results, and then we'll email the client, which would be you, the laboratory report and our interpretive report.
Oh wow.
And then, there's a professional fee for the lead inspector, and there's laboratory fees for the analyses, and
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that a little slower for me? You said about that. Could you break it down about who would be involved and what would be the cost?
Right. And so you would be the client.
Yeah.
And you would pay a professional fee and the laboratory fees associated with the analysis.
Yes.
So the laboratory fees depend on the analysis that are performed and how fast you want the results.
A standard.
For example, a heavy metal scan is $575 sample, all 12 heavy metals. And if you just want to pick your own metals, it's $75 for each metal that you want the water tested for.
Okay.
And then to E. coli and coliforms, but the laboratory fee is $275 per sample.
Mm-hmm.
So you just figure out what tests you want performed.
The metals and the toxin, the heavy metals and other miscellaneous, not necessarily the bacteria, but the what do you call it, pharmaceuticals, things like that.
Yeah, you got to be a little more specific. We say pharmaceuticals. That's usually, you need to describe exactly what you're looking for.
I'm not really. I guess what I'm saying is I know I would like to know about the what heavy metals that are in my drinking water, but I understand like with water sometimes you might have other things outside of heavy metals. So like a standard a thorough standard test for toxins in my water. What is
Yeah,
this?
I mean, you have to just pick your own profile or scan. We could do a chemical scan, which is, organic chemicals. There's about 75 different organic chemicals. To see if there's any chemicals in the water. They also do pesticides.
Oh, okay,
There's about pesticides in the water. And, then you can do some physical factors, hardness and pH and salinity and alkalinity and other things. I think the best thing for me to do is we'll just send you an email, all the various different types of tests and the fees associated with those types of analysis, and then you can just read about it, and then you can just, if you want to take the next step, you could call us back and you can just maybe cherry pick your own.
Would it be on your website?
No, I mean the types of tests.
Yeah, the type of tests
that are available on the website, but there's no pricing on the website.
Okay, so this testing, I mean, your website shows what tests you do, but not the pricing.
Right, so we could send you a more personalized email with pricing, and then you can look at it and then call us back if you have any other questions. We'll just send you, more details about different packages for water testing.
I understand. My other question is, you did mention about pesticides. Now, is to get the pesticide testing, is that also like $75 for each pesticide testing?
Pesticide testing is usually a pesticide scan. There's different types. There's different categories of pesticides. There's chlorinated pesticides. There's sulfur pesticides, nitrogen-based pesticides. There's different scans depending on the category of pesticide that you think may be in the water.
I see.
Right, so there's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with pesticides.
It's pretty elaborate stuff. And
wow.
It's all high-end stuff, and
I see.
It's specific, and you have to, you can spend thousands of dollars, and you just want to be, thorough and have all the different types of tests performed.
I just want to ask you another. I want to ask you another question. Like, I'm sorry, I'm losing train of thought. I hate that when I'm in the middle of a thought. That's something I forget. But I think I'm more interested about the general heavy metals. I remember what it was. I remember what the question was. The person that I contacted, some other lab that I found online, maybe you might know about it. They mentioned that outside labs, I don't know whether outside of the state of New York, that there's some law and they're not allowed to test water in certain areas, and that includes the state of New York. Is that such a law, if you know?
Well, the laboratory that does the analysis has to be accredited, and in the state in which the water sample is collected in.
Yeah, like this place was out of state. It was just a place that I found at random.
Right.
And they mentioned that
you can't send a sample of water from that was collected in New York State, to a laboratory in Michigan, unless the laboratory in Michigan is accredited to conduct the analysis in New York.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't realize that.
So we could send the sample to a lab in New Jersey as long as the lab in New Jersey is accredited.
Oh.
In New York State.
Wow.
So that's all.
I'm really glad that you told me that. I mean, I can only speculate why a lab wouldn't want to. I figure it's more money for them to do lab testings from other states as a customer to take, you know. Do you know why some states don't want to do testing of certain water? You know.
Well, they have to pay the fee, you know. They have to pay an accreditation fee for every state in which they're authorized to do testing in.
Okay.
If it's $10,000 per state, and they don't get that many samples from let's say from Idaho. If they don't get any samples from Idaho, then they probably won't really want accreditation.
Because
for Idaho.
Like what you're saying is really important, but it's like they don't do New York, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and Maryland, and these are all very busy, popular, states that have a lot of population in it, and they were specific. They said we're not allowed to test your water.
Yeah, they don't have the license to test water in those states.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But you're telling me that your company could test my water in New York, and I live in New York City.
Okay, so what I'm telling you is we'll send an EPA certified lead inspector, to the location. We'll collect the samples.
Uh-huh.
Then the samples will be sent to a laboratory that's accredited and authorized to conduct testing
Uh-huh.
in the state of New York.
Okay, but you're not.
Yeah,
your company doesn't physically do the water testing.
We don't. We're not a laboratory where we would actually we would not test the samples ourselves.
Oh.
We would have an inspector. But the laboratory itself does not send people out to locations to collect samples and to bring them back to their laboratory.
So, like, I guess I'm a little confused. Like, I thought you're Armstrong in indoor environmental consultants.
Right.
Consultants. I mean, okay. I just want to make sure I got the right people.
So we would send a lead inspector. I guess would be appropriate. Collect the samples and send them to a state certified laboratory.
And they work for your company, though.
Yeah, and then the inspector that took the samples would interpret the laboratory results and then write a report.
Okay.
And then send it to you.
I see. I see.
And then you do with the report whatever you want to do with it.
Okay. My last question is this: do you also I would like to get my hair analysis for toxology. Do you do that as well?
Well, you want to send hair samples?
Yeah, for toxology.
What are they testing the hair?
I want to get tested for like heavy metals with my hair. I understand that here that some labs do testing. They can test your hair. They get a hair sample and they can test for heavy metals and other toxins in that's within your body. Do you do that as well, or do you know someone who does that?
No, we don't. We have never done that. I've heard about it, but we haven't done that.
Wow.
We would just, if you wanted us to, we would call the laboratory and get it, and then see what types of analysis are available, and then understand the sampling protocols.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You're saying that your company doesn't specifically handle that, but your lab that you
we would do research for you and try to locate a lab that's accredited in New York State and that has a procedure for analyzing hair to heavy metals.
Okay.
And then we would ask that laboratory to provide us with a procedure to collect the samples.
Okay.
It's got to be a procedure.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Samples have to be collected a certain way and have to be packaged a certain way and transported to the lab a certain way, and there have to be limits of when they provide the laboratory report, with sensitivity, the detection limits.
I said
the whole
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And the normal course of business, we don't routinely do that. That's all I'm saying.
Wow, because I really do want to get the hair analysis done, and the lab that same lab they said that you have to get a medical doctor to make the request for you, not a private individual just to bring in a hair sample. So that's what started on my interest.
But this is not a criminal case, right?
Oh no. It's just
it's for your informational purposes.
Just for me, just for
and
my
all, and then,
just for my personal use.
Normally they take the hair and they'll weigh it. They'll weigh the sample, and then they'll ash it and turn it into ash.
Yeah.
And then they'll collect the ashes and they'll put it into solution.
Yeah.
And then they'll use ICP, which is inductively cold plasma spectroscopy. And then they'll determine the concentration of the metals, and probably in.
Yeah, that's what I want to get. That's what I want to get done. That if you could, I want to get that done.
We're not sure. We're not sure how to interpret the results on that, because normally there may be normal levels of heavy metals.
Yeah. Like anything.
Hair.
Like anything, yeah.
Based on their diet.
Yes.
And then so you would need what is considered normal background levels of heavy metals in humans.
Yes, exactly.
And each of the metals tested.
Yeah.
And then compare the levels of heavy metals in a particular sample to what's considered normal.
Yeah.
If you're outside the curve, or if you're within the normal background range.
So how can I find out?
So we're not really sure how to interpret the results.
Yeah,
we're not doing research.
Yeah.
But
I want to.
We could probably say, the levels of lead in the hair sample provided were, 20 parts per million. The level of arsenic in the hair sample provided, was 9 parts per million.
Yeah. So.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But maybe everybody has 9 parts per million arsenic in their hair. Maybe not. Maybe the average human has, 1 part per million, and you're 10 times higher. Who knows?
I understand what you're saying. You make a lot of sense. I want to get. I actually want to do a hair analysis, and if you can find out the lab.
Send us an email, just a hello email, and then we'll use that email, and then we'll send you an email with services that we could provide, and a little more about hair analysis, and the price may be, and types of analysis that are available. I know someone has to do hair analysis for drugs.
Yeah, not for drugs.
For heavy metals.
Yeah. I'm interested in the heavy metals, environmental stuff, not for drugs or anything like that.
Yeah, so send us an email. AngstromTesting@gmail.com is our email address.
Okay, Angstrom Test.
If you're on the website, maybe you can send us an email through the website.
Let me see. I have
Gmail or AngstromTesting, one word, @gmail.com, and then we'll send you back something, or just send us a text of your email address, and then we'll use that email address to send you a price list.
Oh, you mean like you're saying like to text you to my cell phone to
right now we're in the field, and you call the phone call got to a cell phone. So if you have our cell phone is we can give you our cell phone. You can use that cell phone number and send us a text of your email address.
That'd be even easier for me.
So you can just text. You called our cell phone, right?
Yeah, I dialed the 516-724-4574.
And so text us your contact information and your email address, and then give us a day, and we'll do some research, and we'll send you an email. And if you want to take the next steps, just call us back, and we'll discuss.
Okay, so what's the number that I text you?
516-724-4574.
Oh, it's that one, and it'll Go. Okay. So I'll do that. I'll text.
Send us a text of your contact information and your email.
Uh-huh.
Then when this right here we have your email address, so we know where to send the price list and
I see.
and the services that seem relevant to your concerns.
Mm-hmm. And about the hair analysis, you'll check that out for me?
We will, yeah.
Okay.
We'll take the next steps on your behalf. See what's available.
I appreciate it, because that'd be convenient, because I've been calling all these different places all day to try to find out about the water testing.
Have you had any blood work done or urine analysis for heavy metals and learned that you're elevated in certain metals?
I had like a general blood work done, and everything seemed okay. But I wanted to do this heavy metals testing just for my own peace of mind. I live in New York City, and you know how things are in New York City. You know, you don't really trust all the water that you know. I just wanted to do it, and like for all I know someone that may have Alzheimer's disease, and I want them tested too. I want their water tested and or a hair sample. They said that the hair sample is the best testing for heavy metals.
Okay, and then so you should also provide us with a list of metals that you're concerned about, because sometimes you may be concerned about levels of aluminum, for example, and that's not really considered a heavy metal, but maybe it may be associated with Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, definitely.
So aluminum is of a concern to someone suffering from Alzheimer's.
You bet.
It's not a heavy metal that's included in a heavy metal scan unless you specifically ask for it.
Oh, okay.
So you need to, if you might be better off just indicating what metals you're interested in. I mean, like, lead and arsenic and cadmium and chromium are typical heavy metals. And thallium is a heavy metal that people are concerned about. Mercury is a heavy metal people are concerned about. So those are well-known, established heavy metals. But,
yes.
Iron is not a heavy metal.
Yes.
And neither is aluminum. And yet some people are concerned about iron and aluminum in the water. So you have to be specific.
I see.
If you have enough information to be specific.
Okay.
Otherwise, to look at the periodic table and take a look.
I think what I'll do in my case is like that lab that I told you about. I mean, I didn't give the name, but the lab that doesn't check for New York for whatever reason, they had a list of the metals for their hair analysis test. I'll just copy that list of the heavy metals that's their standard test for, and included in and want that to be tested. So it might.
Right, and then also trying to find out, if you could, what's the method of analysis that they use there, because every scientific method that's credible, usually has an EPA method.
Oh.
With it, or a National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, a NIOSH method associated with it, or ASTM method, or an EPA method. Every method of analysis has a number.
Yes.
It's usually it's the same for every state. It's the EPA method TO15 or NIOSH method 2016 for nicotine. So if you have any literature that describes the method of analysis, then we can understand exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, and that they didn't indicate how. They just said hair sample and the amount of.
So can you tell us can you tell us which laboratory you're referring to?
I rather it's out of state, and I rather not give their name, but they're on the internet, and I just found it by random when I typed in let's see, laboratory to test for hair heavy metals in hair.
Okay.
That's what I did, and then I just went down the list and.
Send us the list of metals so that they're included in the scan that we are trying to provide you services for.
Okay.
So this way you have apples to apples, so you can do comparisons.
Yeah. So So then if I do that to get the whole list, then I'll probably email it instead, because I have to like do a copy and paste with that website that had all those.
Fine, yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, then rather than the text message. So that's angstromtesting.com.
Angstrom, yeah, Angstrom.
Oh,
Angstrom.
yeah, angstromtesting.com. Okay.
Hold on 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No problem. He was helpful. Very helpful. He made a lot of sense too.
Yeah, you have enough information. We have an emergency over here. We have to deal with. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Angstrom testing.
Yeah, .com.
At gmail.com.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye for now.
Okay. At gmail.com. Okay. He was very... Wow, it's after 4 already. Let me move over. Now, he was very helpful. And he made a lot of sense. He sounded like he really knew what he was talking about, and especially with regard to how you're going to get that sample, because you have to follow a procedure. And that makes a lot of sense, because it's cross-contamination with everything. Okay. So, yeah, I'm glad that I spoke to him. I was a little scared at first. Disconnected. Got confused because I didn't recognize the number. But let me just look at something here. Okay. Okay, I'm back on my my YouTube screen. Let me read the comment here. Oh, oh, that's nice. Thank you, Kendrick. Thank you. That's a nice compliment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah. So I hope that you guys heard the information. I know I've been on. Wow, I've been on for quite a while with this. But see, so what the problem could have been from the other lab was that they don't have the license to test New York, because they may not have enough people. But that doesn't make sense, because New York has so many, you know, it's a major state. I mean, a large number of people, in the millions. And in New York, New Jersey is a very toxic city, you know, the water and everything. So I'm going to send, you know, do a copy, you know, go to that other website, copy of the list of the toxins, and then take that and send it to this other company, and, you know, see how, you know, if the lab, if they test it, you know. So yeah, so does anyone else have any questions regarding getting DNA testing? I mean, I'm sorry, heavy metal testing and the like. Anybody else? Was I thorough enough in what I wanted? And any questions you have that I might have overlooked? Yeah, let me see in the. I'm just looking in the chat room. Anybody have any questions? Because we still have people that are watching. Let's see. So, yeah. So I don't see any any questions in the chat room. But yeah, someone's banging up above. So yeah, so I can't think of anything else, and this was a real learning lesson for me about just doing an inquiry about getting a test of your water or getting a hair analysis. So I guess with that last note, guys, you know, for Johnny, Tito, and Kendrick, and anyone else who's watching, will be watching, I thank you for watching. And when this live stream, loud and quiet, when it's finished uploading, those of you who didn't see the beginning of the live stream, you can watch it at your own leisure. And you could just comment below any questions, or you want to share your story about getting tested for heavy metals or whatever. Okay? So I'll be signing off. Thank you guys and gals for watching, and continue watching and my channel. And feel free to, you know, you can share this video with friends or family members, and you could subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed to it, and to give me the thumbs up. And you know what else? I do have a PayPal Me account for those of you who like this content and want to see it flourish and to continue. You can just go to my channel, Spirit Journey, and on the top right of the banner you see an icon for PayPal Me. And you could just click on it and follow the prompts, and you could donate at what's on your heart to donate. It's all, you know, it's all what's on your heart. So I thank you in advance for donating and supporting my channel. Again, this channel is free to watch, and I appreciate your patronage. And enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your holidays, whichever ones that you practice, and to have a safe and prosperous new year. Okay? So thank you again for watching. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye, guys.